Weldon, and I serve as chairman of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, and it's one of the most fun jobs in the world. I tell you, I don't know how I was so lucky to get this job. Probably, well, can't tell you how I got the Coach Bill Legg back here, our executive director for 23 years, and he and Larry Stripling, two of the main forerunners of all the great things that happen in this Hall of Fame. And a very special occasion for you. All you got to do is call us, Scott or Trish or whoever, and we will want to do whatever it takes to make it a fun time for you and your families and your friends. This time I will call Scott Myers, who come in as executive director about 89 months ago, right before I banquet last year, and has done an outstanding job, and he will be working with you as we go forward. So thank the press for being here today, and Scott, we will turn it over to you, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Edgar. It's good to see everybody here today, and welcome. This is an exciting time, and particularly for me. This is the first class that I've actually gone through the whole selection process and see how everything works, or most things work. I'm not sure if I've seen how everything works, Coach, but I'm really excited, and it's amazing when you see our list of nominees. It's just amazing, the whole process. We have so many worthwhile nominees, but when you look at this class, it's an amazing class, and the board of directors of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame have announced their class in 2010. And of course, the accounting firm of PricewaterhouseCoopers tabulated the ballots for us. We want to make sure that we thank them for their hard work on doing so. Well, one of the fun parts, and Coach Legg told me he used to love doing this because he loved calling people and telling them that their achievements, the things that they've accomplished in sports, the recognition that they brought to the state of Alabama and to themselves, has been duly recognized on a statewide level. As many of you know, the selection process is comprised of selection committee members from all over the state, based on congressional districts and broken down evenly throughout the state. So it's not just one area. It's not the Birmingham Sports Hall of Fame, but it's the state of Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. And it's exciting, and it's my pleasure to be able to serve our state and our community as the executive director for such a fine place. And to introduce our class of 2010. From Lafayette, Alabama, one of the greatest female athletes, all-around athletes that our state has produced. A two-time All-State in both basketball and volleyball. All-American shortstop in 1972. A 1984 Olympian and head coach of the Olympic Festival team. Handball gold medal winning teams of 85, 87, 95, and just a bronze in 91. The United States Olympic Committee's Sportswoman of the Year, a torchbearer for the 2002 Olympic Torch Relay, from Auburn University, Miss Rita Clanton. This gentleman could not be here with us today. He's from Huntsville, Alabama, All-SEC tight end, Jacobs Award winner as the best blocker in the SEC, Super Bowl champion, 13-year career in the NFL with the New York Giants, tight end from the University of Alabama, Mr. Howard Cross. This gentleman also could not be here today. Howard Cross, by the way, lives in New York still. From Andalusia, Alabama, Naismith, Alabama High School Player of the Year, All-SEC at the University of Alabama, first-round draft pick by the Houston Rockets, and 7-time NBA champion, Mr. Robert Horry. Born in Birmingham, 3-time All-SEC selection, and 2-time All-American defensive back, co-captain his senior year, and 30 years of coaching in the football business. From Birmingham, Alabama, Mr. Bobby Johns. With us today, a native of Elba, Alabama, 3-time consensus All-American, 3-time national champion, the first defensive player and only defensive player to win the Harlan Hill Award for the best college player in Division II football, 10-year NFL career, and still holds many of the University of North Alabama records. 2008 College Football Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Ronald McKinney. From Birmingham, Alabama, two-time All-SEC, two-time All-American, 1986 SEC Lineman of the Year, voted to the Team of the Century, the Team of the Decade, drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles and a 5-year NFL veteran, from Auburn University, Mr. Ben Tamburello. Born in Birmingham, Alabama, AP All-American in 1959. Leading his team in passing, rushing, scoring, and interceptions. Drafted in the second round by the Washington Redskins. Playing both offense and defense and kicking field goals. From the University of Alabama, Mr. Ed Salem. Salem passed away in December of 2001, but with us today is Miss Ann Salem, his widow, and his son, Mr. Wayne Salem. If you guys from Blockton, Alabama, playing 21 seasons in the Negro Leagues, including time with the Birmingham Barons at Rickwood Field. His 40 home runs per 550 at-bats led all players, winning 3 National League pennants and a 2006 Major League Hall of Fame inductee in the Cooperstown, Mr. George Mule Suttles. Now for 2010 Distinguished Sportsman. Originally from Wheeling, West Virginia, former Birmingham Barons owner from 1909 to 1937. In 1910, he built what was at the time the finest baseball stadium in the minor leagues, Rickwood Field. Today, Rickwood Field is the oldest active baseball park in America, and in this 2010 will celebrate its 100-year anniversary. Under Mr. Woodward's ownership, the Birmingham Barons won 5 pennants, finished second 3 times, finished third 9 times, and fourth twice. 2 Dixie Series champions. And in 1927, the team set a league record for winning 19 straight games. The 1928 team set a record for highest team batting average, and 13 players hit 300 or higher. The Barons reportedly sent more players to the major than any other team during the Woodward ownership. So our 2010 Distinguished Sportsman, Mr. Rick Woodward, and represented here today is his grandson, also Rick Woodward. So with this class, this amazing class, and it continues, you look each year and you see the class and you say, wow, you go around and you see these cases from 2009, when you go up to the second floor, to the third floor, and you see the level of inductees and that our state just continues to get recognition on a national level and an international level. This brings our inductees now at a total of 290. Mr. Woodward brings our Distinguished Sportsman to 26. All of these inductees will be officially inducted in May of 2010, right across the street at the Sheraton Hotel on May 22nd. And we would love to have everyone in attendance. I know all your family members and friends will be there to support. There's a lot of people here to support now. And before we leave, I want to recognize a couple of other inductees that are here with us today. We appreciate Mr. Al Del Greco, who was inducted in 2002. Is that right now? 3? Like I said, 2003. And Miss Jennifer Chandler, who is a inductee as well, an Olympic diver. So at this time, breakout, you guys can let us know which of the inductees, our chairman, myself, anybody you'd like to speak with. And are there any questions in general before we break out? Thank you all.